Now, all over everything Indiana sports, this is IndySportsNation.com.
Hello and welcome into Indy Sports Nation's Intern Summer Roundup. I'm Lucas Mayer. We have some of the highlights from an exciting summer of sports at Fox 59, including events that span from Indianapolis to South Africa. Let's not waste any time. The Brickyard 400 got underway with Juan Pablo Montoya set at the pole. Montoya, trying to deliver Chip Ganassi the so-called Triple Crown of racing, wins at the Daytona 500, Indy 500, and Brickyard 400, a feat that has never been accomplished in the same year. The Brickyard 400 at the infamous Indianapolis Motor Speedway starts with a crash as number 18 Kyle Busch spins out early. The number 11 car almost gets hit again. Luckily, there were no serious injuries in the crash. Lap number 12 now, and Reed Sorensen, who was caught in that crash in the 83 car, he's going to have to come out. Ryan Newman's going to go into an early pit. He would end up finishing 17th on the day. Later in the race, Montoya loses control of his car and he's going to hit the wall, come back across the track, and nail Dale Earnhardt Jr. as well. That would be the day for Juan Pablo Montoya, and he was not happy about it. On the restart, Jamie McMurray and Kevin Harvick are going to battle it out for first place. McMurray's going to go high and eventually pass Harvick to take control of first. He wouldn't relinquish the lead as he would end up crossing the finish line at the checkered flag wave. Chip Ganassi can pop the champagne. McMurray gives him the win, even though Juan Pablo Montoya couldn't finish the race. His team on the track celebrating a huge win. After Jamie McMurray, Kevin Harvick continues his fantastic year with a second place finish and maintains his lead in the race to the chase. Greg Biffle, who had one of the strongest cars on the day, comes up just short in third place, followed by Clint Boyer. The hometown hero, Tony Smoke Stewart, finishes fifth, giving Chevy 4 out of the top 5 cars on the day. Chip Ganassi Racing is the winner here.
It's a dream come true. I mean, it's every guy's, you wouldn't dare to dream the kind of year we're having, you know, I mean, you wouldn't think it's possible, and here we are in the middle of it.
As a whole, this season maybe could have gone better, but you know, these separate moments, could you imagine something like this happening in one year?
Well, I'll be honest with you guys. If at the beginning of the year they told me you can make the chase or you can win the Daytona 500 and the Brickyard 400, I would take winning these 2 races over making the chase. It's, you know, you get in that chase and there's only 10 races into it, and if you crash in the first race, it seems like you're out of it. So these 2 races are something that that people will remember forever. And a guy that finishes 8th in the championship, it just doesn't matter when you get to the first race next year.
For over a decade, the American League has dominated the National League in the All-Star Game, winning every year for the last 13, excluding the tie in 2002. Could the NL finally turn things around in 2010? Remember, this game counts as the winning league receives home field advantage in the World Series. Taking it from the top, from the 7th, Brian McCann's going to unload the bases with a double. The NL's going to take the lead. As Holiday comes in, it's 2-1. There's going to be a play at the plate. Here comes Marlon Byrd. He's going to slide in safe. 3-1 late in the game, and the NL is going to turn to the Dodgers' Iron Man, Jonathan Broxton, to try and close this one out. Ian Kinsler at the plate. That's a fly ball to center field, and folks, the drought is over. The NL will come away with the victory, and no one could be happier than the manager, Charlie Manuel. You'll see Jonathan Broxton's expression. The NL can finally take some pride in a victory for their league. Paul George became the Pacers' first-round draft pick and entered a franchise that has underachieved in recent years. Fans did not necessarily get the big name they were craving, but give George a chance. Remember, no one wanted Reggie Miller initially either. Let's go out to our own Jeremiah Johnson, who talked to the Pacers' newest addition.
Here with Pacers first-round pick Paul George, and 1 week ago you were sort of being introduced to everybody. You were wearing the hat and sort of smiling for pictures, and now it's all about work.
Yeah, you know, it's time to grind it out. You know, everything is taken care of now, so, you know, this is what I wanted, you know, time to play ball.
Think about, you know, going to the draft workouts, waiting at the draft, and what the last couple months has been like for you?
Oh, it's been a roller coaster, you know, emotionally. You know, get down on yourself sometimes. You know, sometimes got to wake up out of bed, not wanting to, you know, it's just so sore, but, you know, it's for the love of the game. and you know, I want to continue to get better, and you know, that's the reason why I'm here.
Things have gone much better, though, to be the 10th pick in the draft, to be invited to New York City, and to be in a situation like this.
Yeah, this is a dream come true. You know, it's still a dream, and you know, I just want to maximize this whole thing.
What have you seen from the competition level here? Obviously, this is just a taste of what you're going to experience come September, October.
Yeah, it's a good warm-up for me. You know, it's a lot of veteran guys out here, and you know, they defend well, and you know, it's giving me a taste of what the regular season will be like.
You think you've shown well, even improved in just 3 or 4 days?
Yeah, I think I've improved. You know, I'm just trying to get the whole offensive concept down and what coach wants from me, but you know, that's going to take a little time, you know, to get adjusted to the offense, but you know, I'm fitting in pretty well.
What about off the court? Have you sort of seen Central Indiana, found a place to live? Talk to Pacer fans.
I talk to fans. You know, when we go out, you know, I try to converse with the fans out there and you know, let them know how happy I am to be here. You know, they do the same for me. You know, they're happy that I'm here. So I haven't got a chance to really go around and really look for places. I'll probably do that, you know, after summer league and you know, get back and things to settle a little bit.
The biggest stage in the world, set in South Africa, brings unparalleled pressure. The United States was fighting for its life in its group match against Algeria. The U.S. would be eliminated from the tournament with a loss, something that would be unacceptable to the Landon Donovan-led squad. Well, that's all the time we have for the Intern Summer Recap. A special thanks goes to Jeremiah Johnson, Chris Hagan, Larry Hawley, Brittany Deal, Ken Sothman, and Wes Woodward for making 2010 a summer to remember. You can always catch them on all Indianapolis sports on IndySportsNation.com. I'm Lucas Mayer. Have a great night.